Hello! Signs and symptoms of dehydration. What causes dehydration? I'm Sarah, and today we are talking about dehydration. You're probably thinking, why am I holding up these colours of cards? The reason why I'm holding these up is the colour. The colour of what, I hear you say? The colour of our wee-wee. Now, our wee-wee can give us a very good indication of if we are dehydrated. Now, I don't know about you, but when I get up in the morning after sleeping, the first thing I do is go to the toilet for a wee-wee. And when my first wee-wee in the morning, it tends to be more this sort of shade, darker brownish, orangish. That means that yes, I am dehydrated. Why? Because I haven't worked out yet how to drink water in my sleep. So as soon as we get up in the morning, I can almost guarantee you tomorrow morning when you get up, you will have a look at the colour of your wee-wee and you say, gosh, yes, she's right. So when I get up in the morning after I've been for the wee-wees, it's important that we start rehydrating ourselves really quickly. Because if we don't hydrate ourselves really quickly, then our wee-wee is going to stay this colour, and that is not good. So hopefully by the second wee-wee of the day, it's more this sort of shadish, maybe pale yellowish, maybe even clear by then, depending on how much you drink. So our wee-wee can tell us a lot. And I'm actually going to put a link down below to a colour chart that you can download. And if you want to, you can print it. And if you want to, you can put it on the back of a toilet door at work. And if you really want to, you could put it on the back of the door in your home. Bit odd, but never mind. So what causes dehydration? There's quite a few things that do. The obvious one is sweating, but sweating is good. What I mean by that is sweating is our body's natural way of cooling down. The problem is if we sweat, and we don't replace the fluids that we are sweating out. So what fluids is good for us to put back in? Now, the obvious one, of course, is water. Now, it's fine with me. I like drinking water straight out of the tap. But the amount of people that say to me, yeah, but I can't drink water, I just don't like the taste. But that's fine. Next time you're in a supermarket, get one of these. All it is squash. Squeeze it in, a little bit of a swirl, sugar-free, by the way, and then it doesn't taste of water anymore. But it's important to keep hydrated. Make sure wherever you are going this summer, you have access or with you water at all times. Now, I also appreciate that you've got kids. Some do, some don't. And kids are running in, out, and they forget to drink quite often. What could you have as well for yourselves and for the younger ones? Next time you're out shopping, as well as getting some squash, get a massive watermelon or two and slice them up. And every time they're running in, out, they can pick up watermelon and eat it full of water, and it keeps them hydrated. That is one positive. What else, though, is really good to have around, especially when it's warm weather, is these rehydration sachets. Now, don't let them fool you. It says blackcurrant flavour. I don't think it does taste of blackcurrant. Anyway, these are really good. Yes, you can take them to prevent dehydration, but if you are on the onset of dehydration, then use them, because not only is it salts and minerals it's replacing that you've lost, also sugars. Have some of these in the house, so if you need to, bung them into a bottle of water or a glass of water and drink it. What else can cause dehydration, though, apart from just sweating? Alcohol. Yes, you know. If you have too many alcoholic beverages, and when you wake up the next morning, you might feel a bit cotton wool mouth, dry, headache, all signs and symptoms of dehydration. So, alcohol. yeah, if you are going to have a few alcoholic beverages, then please try, and I know you're probably not going to stick to it. If you have a glass of wine, drink the equivalent fluid in water. If you have a beer, try and drink water in between drinks. And if not, next warning, please make sure you rehydrate, okay? Get some of these sachets, drink them. What else? Medication. Some medication that people take or does actually cause dehydration. And one of those medications is diabetic medication, metformin. That really does cause dehydration. So it's important, if you're taking any of these medications that cause it, make sure that you're drinking lots of fluid to prevent it getting serious. What else causes dehydration? If you are unwell and poorly, vomiting, severe dehydration can happen quickly. Diarrhea, long time diarrhea, that causes dehydration. It is really important. I know it's hard, but this is where the sachets are very, very good, because it's not just fluid you're losing, it's also salts and minerals and sugars. So that is pretty much the causes. Oh, one more big cause of dehydration as well is caffeine. Now, a lot of people, they do like to drink quite a lot of coffee. Now, that's okay. But if you're just drinking coffee, caffeine, you will become dehydrated. So I'm going to give this bit of advice again. And ideally, every cup of coffee you drink the equivalent in water. Another cup of coffee, another equivalent in water, just to try and keep yourself hydrated. So let's have a look at the few other signs and symptoms of dehydration. So we've talked about the colour of our urine. We've also talked about the cotton wool mouth, the dry mouth, dry eyes. Yeah, your skin gets really dry. You're dehydrated. Drink fluid quickly. Other signs and symptoms is cramp. Now I know, and I've met people, so many people that get cramp all the time. And I say to them, how much have you drank today, fluid-wise? They go, I haven't drunk anything. I'll say, well, that's probably why you're getting cramp. It's a build-up of lactic acid. So keep yourself hydrated, prevent the cramping from happening. And so cramp is another sign. So sweating, we've said, is good. But what if it's really hot and you stop sweating? That's not good. It means that your body doesn't have any fluid to sweat out. Get that fluid inside of you very quickly. What else? Not going to the toilet. Or if you do go to the toilet, a very little amount of wee-wee. That also is a sign of dehydration. Get the fluids inside of you. Severe headaches, we've already mentioned. There's quite a lot. But here's one thing. Let's treat it before we get dehydrated. If you get that pang that you are thirsty, that's your body telling you, drink fluid quickly. That is a jog of memory. Oh my gosh, I'm hydrated. I feel thirsty. I must drink some fluid. If things get severe, you are continuously vomiting, you lose your way, you're extremely dizzy, disorientated, you have to get further medical help. It can become seriously quite quickly. It can affect your kidney function. So watch out for dehydration in this beautiful, sunny, warm weather. Prevention is always better than cure. I'm Sarah, owner and trainer of First Aid at Work, Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire. If you need a first aid training course, get in touch. Let's talk first aid, making training fun, engaging, and most importantly, memorable. Have a fantastic summer, guys. Take care.